Good morning, YouTube. I've got a goodie for you today, brought to you by the sponsor of today's video, Rocket Money. If you've been in my streams at all over the past few months, you've probably heard me mention that I'm saving up for a house. And the sponsor of today's video, Rocket Money, is here to help. Rocket Money is the personal finance app that helps you lower bills, cancel subscriptions, and manage your money better. I'm personally using Rocket Money to set budgets. This way I can analyze my spending habits and create a custom budget that works for my lifestyle. It automatically monitors your spending habits by category and gives you a notification if you've exceeded your limits. Rocket Money also found that I was paying for an extra streaming service that I wasn't aware of, that I had thought I had canceled, and I was able to cancel it through the Rocket Money app. If you want to save more and spend less, join over the 5 million members who are using Rocket Money today, right now, by using the link in the description below, or by going over to rocketmoney.com/flats to get started for free now. Rocket Money has helped save its customers up to $740 a year with over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. You can also unlock even more features with Premium, but you can start for free right now by going down and clicking on my link down in the description below. Thanks so much to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video, and as always, I'll see you again tomorrow. Chat, I need to detail after that a little bit, and I thought it would be kind of fun for us to go back and look at our tier list from earlier in the season and make some adjustments, because few things have happened since then. Number one, top 500 at the time I think was like gold. So there was rumblings of hero bans, but we weren't 100% sure if it was in ranked or just in the tournament modes. Turns out it was in ranked too. That flipped the entire game on its head once you got to a certain rank. But also people discovered how to play certain characters much better. So I want to redo this from scratch because I feel pretty strongly that a lot of these have changed and some of them are completely wrong now. Do I make two at the same time? Is this what I'm going to do? Here's my reasoning. The first one is going to be diamond and above. I now have two tier lists pulled up. Get out of here, ad. I should have actually kept the ad, so that would have been easier. You know what? Hang on. I'm going to keep the ad on this one. Please don't be anything bad. Okay, that's fine. The one with the advertisement on it will be diamond below diamond, what I think it is without hero bans. This one is going to be with hero bans. I'm going to speed run it. I'm not going to go super in depth unless it's a radically changed one from my original tier list, which now I think about it, I probably should have kept that on another tab too to reference it. Oh well, too late. But let's go. Ready? First up, Strange is still S. That's uncontested on both sides. Also, I didn't rearrange this one. This is gonna be much harder than I thought. That's fine though. I'll find it. Strange is gonna be S on both. I think Strange is the tank that you can pick no matter what's the situation and still do fine. The team ups work well with him, which is something we'll talk about in a minute. You can split screen it. I can try it really quick. All right, we're redoing this one more time. The left side is diamond above. The right side is below diamond. The reason I am putting diamond versus not diamond is because below diamond, you have hero bans. Sorry, above diamond. Diamond and above, you have hero bans. Below diamond, you do not have hero bans. So the game plays drastically differently. So let's go. Speed run. Next up, Hulk. Hulk is one of the tanks that I thought when I first started playing at the beginning of the game, like the first 2 days, I thought was going to be meta. And then everyone was like, no, he's actually not that good. Then you'd play against good hella Hawkeyes, and I agreed. I was like, oh yeah, I understand it. But then once you got to like the diamond ranks and you start banning hella Hawkeye, it was all of a sudden, he was actually kind of insanely good. And it was for two reasons. Number one was that the team up was really, 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 really fucking strong with Iron Man. Iron Man, Strange, Hulk team up is arguably the strongest team up in the game, or one of the strongest team ups in the game. There's a couple that rival it, but Hulk ends up being super, super strong and super, super good. Below though, I think Hulk still can struggle because a lot of people don't know how to take advantage of everything about him. There's some small like niche things. Like for example, I don't even know if this is true. I could be giving you full disinformation, but I had a Hulk player tell me that if you bubble yourself or teammates and they shoot the bubbles, you get ult charge. I'm like, what? He's like, oh yeah, if you bubble everybody and then they break all the bubbles, then you get a bunch of ult charge. And I was like, wait, that's genius. So then I started doing that and I started getting Hulk even faster. I was like, wow, this is kind of awesome. I just took them at their word. So I could have just given you disinformation. Who knows? But here's the thing though, I don't think a lot of people have really great synergy with Hulk in these ranks. But if you do get the Iron Man team up, you can help your Iron Man really go crazy. I don't think it helps Strange a ton. Like it's good, right? Like it's just like you don't play Hulk because you have a Strange. You play Hulk because you have an Iron Man. I still think though for like most players, he's really very fucking difficult to play. So I wouldn't advise that. Next up, Magneto. I think Magneto is still like you play pretty much in any situation if you want on the ladder. Ladder is different though than any other play. I think I even said Magneto was maybe A last time. I think you can play him wherever. I think he's goddamn very good. Not much else to really say there. Thor, I'm actually gonna bump down from my original A placement to B over here. And on this side, actually, I'm going to bump him up to A. So the reason why I'm doing this is because Hela gets banned a lot up here. And here's the thing with Thor. As much as I love playing Thor, he doesn't do anything exceptionally well. He's not exceptionally good at tanking. He's not exceptionally good at putting out damage. He's not exceptionally good at mitigating damage. Oh, and the team up that he is given only really works with the int play style. So I was doing this in the tournament and playing with my team where we had a really good Hela player. So I would just send it on Thor. And if I ever died, I'd get rezzed. But in ranked though, if you're not getting rezzed off the Hela kills, it doesn't really do that much. In the lower ranks though, I think a lot of people can bully on Thor because the tanks just play super, like they either play super passive or stupid aggressive, and you can push them out of position with your shift, popping your E, using your F for like really high burst damage. Although the F is, as much as I love using it, it does put you in a little bit of a vulnerable position, especially when you're getting shot at a lot. But I think in most ranks you'll be fine. Groot, I think Groot is exceptionally strong. I think Groot's probably the same in most ranks where you just put up walls constantly. You play Fortnite and you go crazy. Not much else to really say there. Penny, I'm sticking by my guns, and I think Penny is noob fucking bait. I think Penny is noob bait, but I found one use for Penny, and it's to stop the fucking evil Wolverine players. The only thing that's Penny's really good at is you put down the fucking spiders and you put a bunch of mines on the ground, and what happens is that the Wolverine player's like he's fucking frothing at the mouth to kidnap you and just throw you in a corner and destroy you. But you know what though? If you throw a bunch of mines in the corner next to you and put the thing down so you can't see it, when the Wolverine goes, raw, jumps in, poof, just explodes every time. It's so fucking funny. And then if they get smart and they're like looking around waiting for you to move, then you just web him and he dies. It's great. But anything beyond that, you kind of just get rolled. But I have seen a lot of like before that, like Penny can lock down chokes really hard. So I think that once you start climbing a little bit, it's a bit of a noob bait pick. For now, I think Penny could definitely work. Captain America, you know, he's kind of grown on me a little. I haven't been playing a ton of Captain America, but I've seen some people be really good with him, but like they don't do anything. They just run around in circles and do nothing. I've never seen them actually get kills. I never see them actually do anything. They just run and they just be annoying and they never die. Like the really good Cap players finish the game with like 7k damage and 0 deaths. It's actually crazy. So like his potential is higher, but I've only seen like 3 good Cap players and I have 164 hours. So I'm a little unsure on this one. I would not recommend it for most ranks. I don't think I would recommend it very much because most people are probably going to play around the shield more often, and you probably aren't going to have a good time. Black Panther. Black Panther, I think actually can go crazy hard, especially with the hero bans. And I think even in the metal, in the below diamond ranks, it can actually go crazy too, because a lot of the times those backline players are not hitting their sleeps, aren't hitting their freezes, aren't going crazy. But a good Panther is actually disgusting. Black Widow. This might be a bit controversial, but like I'm putting Widow at the D tier for above diamond and above. Anytime I get a Widow on my team, they're kind of ass. I've only played against one good Widow. Wait, Venom? Did I miss Venom? Oh, I missed Venom. My bad. I apologize. I didn't have him in the correct spot, so I missed him. Oh, my bad. Where's he over here? Okay, cool. Let me finish my thoughts on Black Widow really quick. Yeah, I don't think Black Widow's that good. Just play Hawkeye. Just play Hela. Venom though. Okay, so apparently in the tournament, in the invitational, people played Venom because of like bans and stuff like that. So he could have potential, but in your average rank games, I wouldn't play Venom. I don't think Venom's that good right now. I'm only putting him in B because he has potential. Like Cap's in B because I think he has potential. Thor is just like has potential, but like he just doesn't do anything better than anyone else. I probably wouldn't play Venom very much. But over here though, I think Venom actually is really good. I actually might even put Venom in S tier over here. I think Venom could be one of the best. I'm going to put him over here as like a high A. I think Venom is probably one of the best picks you could do below Diamond because you just jumped their backline constantly and just harass them, and you have such good survivability that you're not going to get bursted that often. I think Venom can go crazy down there, but like once you hit these upper ranks, like nobody's playing him. He just kind of gets overwhelmed and dies. And a lot of times you get slept at 1 HP. Hawkeye, I originally put him at A. I still think that consistency is A. However, though, I'm going to put him up to S. Everyone just perma-bans him every game. Over here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to treat the lower ranks any differently right now off of mechanical skill. I think that these two characters are just busted. They have to be treated the same. I understand that Hawkeye might not always get that. Like, honestly, over here, you know what? Fuck it. I'll put him over here for S. I think I need to keep Hawkeye here for A because this is my original logic still applies here with my original tier list where like you're not hitting every single shot on Hawkeye. You're not gonna have a lot of value. Once you get to Diamond and above, you're just constantly hitting those shots and they just roll. So yeah, actually, you know what? This is more fair. This aligns with my original tier list more. Iron Fist. You know, I low-key think this character has a lot of potential. Low-key, I think he has a ton of potential. I just don't think anyone's really good at him yet. I think in the lower ranks, though, I think you can kind of dominate. You take those 1v1s, nobody's looking at you. You kind of just go crazy. The big one. This is probably the funniest one. When my original tier list was made, there was no hero bans, and I will still say that Iron Man was fucking terrible then. But few things have happened since then. 1, everyone's gotten past Diamond and above, so there's hero bans. 2, people have also learned the power of the team up a little bit more. I'm for Diamond and above, taking Iron Man all the way from F tier to S tier because of hero bans. That is how big of a shift I am willing to say. He is actually really, really fucking good. With the team up with Strange, Hulk, Hella Hawkeye gets banned almost every single game. The Tokyo map in particular, it's like a 300 DPS fucking beam. You gotta give it credit. Now, if we're still talking below Diamond, I'm still gonna change it though for the below Diamond. I'm not gonna put him as low because when I made my original tier list was trying to blend together high rank and where we were at the time, which was technically in low ranks because like nobody had climbed yet. Like top 10 was gold, I think the day I made my tier list, right? Because like the first day of ranked, like top 500 was like low silver or mid silver because I was in it. And then it like 2 or 3 days in, it moved to like high silver, low gold. And then that's when I made my tier list. And then it moved from like low gold to high gold to low plat. Like top 10 was like low plat for like a day or two. And then eventually top 10 became diamond. And that was when everyone discovered, oh, there is hero bans in diamond. But my tier list was already made at that point. Now that we have 2 tier lists, I can also take into account that these Hella Hawkeyes and these below Diamond are not going to hit every shot. I think Iron Man's still pretty damn good. I will say though, I don't think playing Iron Man without the team up is the best. I still don't think it's great. But with the team up, it's really goddamn. Magic, I think still has a lot of untapped potential. But the thing is with Magic, not many people are good at her yet. And when I see someone who's good at Magic, they just target ban them. So I'm still a little unsure, but I don't think she's as good as like this top row. And I feel like on average, Magic players just flex to Black Panther and they're even better at Black Panther than they were at Magic. I will put her over here at A though, because a lot of the melee characters in this game are really strong. And as long as you have good pathing, I think you can go crazy. Moon Knight. I don't think Moon Knight's that good. Once you get past like that diamond rank, I think he kind of falls off really hard. What you get away, okay, so let me finish my thought here by putting him actually in the A tier over here in plat and below. The reason why he's not very good on the higher ranks is because you have to kind of flank a little bit and get the off angles to like really spam, or you have to get a good unk, and people just shoot the unk super quick and once you start climbing. And also the moon isn't really that good of an ult. Unfortunately, once you get past diamond, I just don't really see people play Moon Knight and they're not that good at him. He's very diveable, but down below that, I can see him going crazy because you just spam tanks, and I can't tell you how many times someone comes in my chat and they go, oh my god, I finished a game on Moon Knight, I had 58,000 damage. It's like, what? How? Namor. I think Namor is exceptionally strong. Way better than anyone realized at first. Actually, you know what's funny? The reason way everyone figured out Namor was strong is because of hero bans. Once Hella Hawkeye got banned every game, people were trying to figure out what to go next, and Namor was one of the big ones very early on. It's died down a bit since then, but Namor is really fucking good. I'd argue stronger than Black Panther. So I'm gonna put him there. I'm gonna actually keep the rating the same for Namor over here. I think I'm gonna keep the rating the same. The pronunciation is amazing. What Namor? It was better the first time. Just pretend I said it the first time again. Psylocke. I think Psylocke's exceptionally good too. I don't think she's like S tier though anymore. I think people figured out how to play against her. I will say Platinum below. I think Psylocke is definitely S though. I think like once you get up to a certain point, like the flanks aren't as strong, like the supports are just better. Like the Balloonist Snows, the Mantis, the Adam Warlock players are all so much better that you can't like, you're still strong, you're still really, really good, but just not quite to the same potential as before. Punisher, I don't care. I'm gonna put Punisher in S. I'm putting Punisher in S. In ranked, I think that he's consistently like you could just turn your brain off and pick him every game. If you have a Rocket Raccoon team up, even better. Over here, I'm gonna do the same damn thing. I think you could pick Punisher in any game and pop off. Judge, Jury, Executioner, terrifying. Lower ranks, Turret, goes crazy probably. Higher ranks, Turret's not that insane, but he's just really good overall. I think Punisher's just strong. Really, really good. If you're having a rough game, Punisher's a great pick. Scarlet Witch is definitely still down here in this D tier. She's just not very good. But I will say over here, I think that there's a little bit more potential. Wait, I put Widow in C tier down here? Oh, my bad. My apologies. I need to put Widow down here for over here. Witch still has potential. Hell, actually, maybe even a little bit more potential. Yeah, I'm gonna put it B, because like you probably still can get kills with the ult more, you know, and people, you know, just having like high consistent damage where you're not missing is probably pretty important. So I would say actually probably closer to B. Yeah, actually this makes more sense because I think these two are too hard, just bad and too hard. Yeah, I'm more comfortable with this. This looks more right to me. Spidey, I'm gonna give it a buck. I don't think Spidey's very good. I don't think Spidey's very good at all. I think he's way too hard to play. Like I think you gotta win. I think you have to do like 90 cooldowns, 90 combos just to get a kill, and it's like. Why? Like, there's no reason to right now. There's no reason to. What's the point, you know? You're gonna say Necros and Shambles? I heard Necros doesn't even play Spider-Man that often right now because of how hard it is, and it's like you gotta do a bajillion things just to get a kill when you could just play something else, you know? And I think for Plat and below, how hard it is to get those kills, like the fact that you're gonna, the chances of you bumping into an actually good Spidey player is probably pretty low. Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl I don't think is that great. Plat and below, I think she's probably still like decent at best, but like her ult's kind of useless, you know? Like you could have Squirrel Girl ult every game or every fight and still not do much. This one, I mean, like even the mindless spam could end up being better. I'm still gonna put it here for now. Once you get to a certain point, like I get nervous when I see Squirrel Girl players on my team. Star-Lord, I think Star-Lord's really good. So Star-Lord has a team up with Adam Warlock and Mantis where they all get res. They get a self-res just by playing with each other. And because of that team up, you can team up Star-Lord, Adam Warlock, Mantis. They all get self-reses and Warlock's ult is an ult, like a res. And then you team those up with Iron Man, Hulk, and Strange. And you have the Gamma trio and the Res trio. Pop them together. That shit's gross. That shit is actually fucking disgusting. I don't know if I want to say Star-Lord's like top tier down here though. I feel like I don't see people play him that much. When I've seen people play like, I don't know, like quick play, which is like more accurate for me, is like a Plat and below because it's like not serious games. So I'm probably gonna keep him here. I think that he could potentially be higher, but I don't really have people come in my chat and people complain about Star-Lords and quick play or complain in their games and rolling. So, oh, Storm. Oh, poor Storm. Yeah, you're in the D tier. Sorry, Storm. I know of one Storm player. I've seen one. And they're a good Storm player, but there just isn't really any. Super said Storm was A tier. I mean, I just don't see them anywhere. Nobody plays her. Like, there's no point. Like, I played Thor one time with like the one eternal storm player I've bumped into to fully give him his juice, and it still like wasn't enough. I just don't think there's enough storm players yet. I don't have enough data. I just don't think she's like, I don't know, she either just doesn't seem that impactful yet, or there just isn't really a lot of people that want to play her, or maybe she just like has a boring kit. I'm not really sure why, but I don't really see people play Storm, and anytime I do see a Storm, it seems to be a bit of a troll pick anyways. That could change, just like the rest of this list. Like, we're still only less than a month into the game. All of these tier lists are for fun. They're just to like, our perception of the game has changed so much in less than a month. It's crazy. Like the first few days, everyone thought Venom was gonna be the most OP tank because he was OP in the beta. And now nobody's playing a Venom, you know? So it's fun. It's a fun time. Oh, here's a good one. Bucky. I think Bucky kind of sucks. I think he's had the most generational fall off. Now, I think in most ranks, I think you'll still be fine. Like in plat below, I think you'll be fine. I think you can still get hooks and get kills and go again. But at the ranks that I'm playing at now, and people have learned how to play around him, you do not get the agains like over and over and over and over. Like it's rare. I just haven't seen Bucky do much. And like every time I play against a Bucky player, they don't do a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I've noticed over time there's just like there's no point. And even with the Rocket Raccoon team up, it's kind of a waste. Like it's great for Punisher. It's a great team up for Punisher, but for Bucky, it's really not anything crazy. He needs more ammo. I could see that. The kidnapping is what makes him good, but you know who also can kidnap? This guy. Low key. I think Wolverine is actually fucking so good. I'm still gonna keep him down here for over here, by the way. He's still gonna be on the lower end. Hear me out. Remember when I made my original tier list? I told you guys, I have a feeling Wolverine is gonna be good, but nobody's figured him out yet, so he sucks. And then what do you know? As the weeks have gone by, he's actually become really good. And he's fucking dominates tanks, kidnaps them, takes them off into a fucking back alley somewhere. And so with hero bans in effect, a lot of games come down to banning Hela, Hawkeye. Then you ban one of the trio. You either ban Hulk. Hulk's a big one. People ban Hulk a lot to stop the Strange team up or Iron Man team up, or they just straight up ban Iron Man or Adam Warlock. I've seen a lot of bans are like Hela, Hawkeye, Hulk, Adam Warlock, right? And so now what do? Well, if they end up playing like Groot Strange or like Groot Magneto or something kind of tanky, and they just sit there and they don't have a lot of mobility, they pick Wolverine and just start kidnapping one of the tanks every time. It's disgusting. It's actually disgusting. But he's so hard, I don't think plat and below. I don't think he's gonna pull that off. But I could be wrong. Who knows? Adam Warlock, I want to put him in S, but just like not that many people are good at him. When you have a really good Adam Warlock player, like they can carry the entire game. But if they suck, like they're just not that impactful. I say this as a person who played Adam Warlock and fucking sucked. I only had minimal impact. But yeah, I think he's really fucking good. The team up with Mantis, what I'm gonna do real quick. The team up with Mantis is insane. They both get an automatic res, like a self res. I'm gonna say over here, real talk, I'm gonna say like a B, and I'm gonna say like an S. And the reason why I say B is just because like he's kind of difficult to play. Yeah, you can just sit there and charge your right clicks, but like using his E and using his shift is actually really, really challenging to use properly. So I think he falls behind a little bit when you're in the plat and below. Mantis though, must pick every game. Cloak and Dagger, dude, I might get flamed for this. I don't think Cloak and Dagger's that good. I might get flamed for this. I actually think Cloak and Dagger's not that good. I think Cloak and Dagger is a troll pick. Not troll. Sorry, not troll. Let me take it back. I think that every support in this game is really fucking good. But in terms of what I want on my team, it's probably on the low end. And here's why. I'll explain it to you. The reason why I think that Cloak is not as good is because like the team ups are very important. And there's 3 things that you can bring right now. There's the Adam Warlock Mantis team up. They're both OP as fuck. There's Luna and Mantis, who are arguably the best like ranked backline, right? Luna, Mantis. So you have Adam Warlock, Luna, Mantis. Here's one. You have Luna, Mantis. Number 2. Then you have Rocket. So Rocket Luna or Rocket Mantis actually is really good because you can do that with Punisher. And have that res, it's actually really good. Like Rocket low key, I think is actually really, really decent. So you already have multiple options that you can do to like kind of go crazy with it. Well, Rocket's more of an enabler. Like he literally just right clicks. Like if you left click at all on Rocket, you're kind of trolling. Like it's stupid, but he's like heal only. And then also Loki. I think Loki is actually really good too. It comes down to like Cloak and Jeff. And so, yes, Cloak's better than Jeff, sure. Her ult stacks on top of each other and does 660 healing per second and can pick targets with vulnerability. But if we're gonna talk about ult power, Mantis ult is just as good, if not better, because it charges faster. A mass res, Luna ult, arguably the best ult in the game, and Loki ult to steal anyone else's ult. So like, I'd say, yeah, it's probably better than Rocket's ult, but like, ult for ult, there's so many better options. You get what I'm saying? I just don't think she's that good. I think in most ranks though, you can actually still pick Cloak and Dagger, just like go full heal, like not DPS, like heal, and you'll go crazy. Jeff, I'm bumping Jeff up a tier. I'm actually bumping Jeff up to B, and hear me out on this. There are some really, really, really good Jeff players, but they're very niche, and they're only good at one thing. They're really fucking good. Oh, sorry, they're good at two things, three things, if they're exceptional. The exceptional ones flank, the exceptional ones never die, and the exceptional ones hit the biggest ults of all time. They always hit big ults. If they can do all three, they're good Jeff players, but they're very rare. They're not very often, but it has potential. That's why I'm bumping them up one. I got to give it a little bit more respect. It's earned a little bit of my respect over time. For everywhere else, I think it's like here. I think the ults still go really crazy in most of the ranks, right? He still has a lot of power, because like people haven't figured out how to play against him or how to dodge the ults. In like really, really sweaty lobbies, people learned how to avoid Jeff ults, but then they stopped seeing Jeff for a while and the good Jeff players adapted. Now people haven't adapted again yet. So like, do you know what I'm saying? So like Jeff was really good ult. People adapted versus the ult. People stopped seeing Jeff. Jeff players who had everyone adapt against them adapted to the people adapting to them. And are now, because there's not many of them, the people who have to adapt to it haven't adapted yet. So like really good Jeff players and really good ults are actually like pretty scary. Loki, I think Loki is low-key really fucking good. I think Loki is low-key really good. Copy any ult. If they have a Luna or you have a Luna, you have like 25 seconds where no one can play the game. That's it. Like you just have back-to-back Luna ults. Okay, no, everyone sit there and stare at each other for the next for the next 25 seconds. So yeah, I think he's really good. Not much else to say there. Luna easily S tier for both. Not much to be said. I think just by herself, just best support in the game. Not counting team ups. And then Rocket, I think Rocket low key is actually pretty damn good. I think he's slept on really hard. And I also think people over here probably aren't playing him. I think that Rocket low key, well, actually, no, maybe not. Now I think about it. No, this is better. I think that the high ranks, Rocket's team ups are really, really good. And the healing is very valuable, just never dying. But on the lower ranks, I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on him on his team ups being super valuable, but I think his survivability is really important. What is the difference in the list? The left side list is diamond and above with hero bands. The right side of the list is plat and below, no hero bands. So yeah, it looks a little different than my original one. I'd say it looks actually pretty different. Both of them do, with a few exceptional standouts. But hopefully this is helpful to you. I mean, again, at the end of the day, this is always for fun, right? Like this isn't like, you should play this, you must only play this. Like, dude, play whatever you want at the end of the day. But I know people always enjoy these and try to like, oh, what should I play? Like, what's good, what's bad? It's like, all of these are always going to be opinion. They're always going to be just like experiences, right? Like what my experience was in my original tier list was like a week into the game, ranked, and top 500 didn't even, it was still gold. So like nobody had hero bands yet. So Hella Hawkeye was running every single lobby. So like someone like Iron Man was terrible because they just get destroyed every single time they walked out of spawn. But then once you got to hero bands, the whole game changes. And I must say really quick, while I still have you, I think hero bands are sick. I think the only reason that this game is so enjoyable to play every single day, game in and game out in ranked, is because of the hero bands. Because it would be so assy to play against Hella Hawkeye every game, but it allows for variety, and I love the variety. It's actually super cool. It keeps it fresh on a game-to-game basis. And also really quick, if you skipped ahead to see what the end of the video was, go back and actually watch it, asshole. Yeah, no, I'll wait, go back. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It's okay. Okay. All right, no, you got here organically? Okay, good. Anyways, though, like I said, end of the day, always just play whatever you want. Have a good time with it. The game's still a month old. And I think the new season starts in like 10 days or some shit. So just have a good time with it, man. Just go have a good time with it. But there you go. Your updated Season 0, Diamond and above and Platinum below, hero bands and no hero bands, tier lists, plural.